It was supposed to be a simple family trip, a father and his little girl, driving through the quiet roads of upstate New York. But what began as a summer getaway would end in the unthinkable. A frantic 911 call, a false story of a white van, and a heartbreaking discovery of a child's body. What happened between that final phone call and the moment her father begged for help is a mystery that chills to the bone. And tonight, we're uncovering every twist in the case of 9-year-old Melina Frattolin. Before we dive in, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more true crime stories that dig deep into the truth. Trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next, because what you're about to hear will change the way you look at this case forever. It began as an innocent family getaway. On July 11, 2025, 9-year-old Melina Frattolin left Canada with her father, Luciano Frattolin, for what seemed like a simple summer vacation. Their route wound through Lake George, Saratoga Springs, and the quiet roads of upstate New York. But as day turned to night on July 19th, an unthinkable tragedy was about to unfold. At 6:30 p.m., Melina spoke with her mother on the phone. She sounded happy, safe. Nothing in her tone suggested danger. Within hours, that phone call would become the last proof of her being alive, and the first cracks in the chilling story would appear. Later that night, Luciano Frattolin dialed 911, his voice frantic. He claimed his daughter had been abducted by strangers driving a white van.
Her daughter was possibly abducted in a white van went south on the interstate.
The claim sparked chaos. A statewide Amber Alert went out. Police patrolled the highways. The public held its breath, and social media exploded with fear for the missing 9-year-old. But as investigators dug deeper, something didn't add up. No witnesses. No van. Surveillance footage placed Melina with her father just before the call. The timeline was crumbling. Was this truly an abduction, or was something far darker hiding behind a desperate story? The heartbreaking answer would arrive the very next day. On July 20th, the Amber Alert was abruptly canceled. Police had found Melina's body in a shallow pond near Eagle Lake, partially pinned beneath a log. The discovery sent shockwaves through the community. The story of a kidnapping had collapsed, and all eyes turned to the man who made the 911 call. Luciano Frattolin was arrested within hours, charged with second-degree murder and concealment of a human corpse. But the world demanded answers. How did Melina die? Why had her father lied? The autopsy will reveal the first piece of this grim puzzle. As investigators worked, the people of Ticonderoga gathered to grieve a child they had never met. On July 22nd, under the soft glow of sunset, hundreds of locals came together for a candlelight vigil at Percy Thompson Bicentennial Park. The crowd stood in silence, candles flickering, while Somewhere Over the Rainbow played, a heartbreaking tribute to a life cut short. Organizer Bridget Cruz, her voice trembling, told the crowd, "If this is where her sweet soul was found, then this is going to be her community now. She will be one of us." Parents wept openly. Veteran Adam Dubuque spoke of the shock that had shaken their peaceful town. Others prayed silently, wondering how such a tragedy could happen. A second vigil was held in Schroon Lake, further proof that this little girl's story had reached the hearts of strangers who now called her one of their own. But even as the candles burned, investigators were uncovering a darker truth beneath the surface. Forensic pathologist Dr. Michael Sakirica delivered the devastating news. Melina had died from asphyxia caused by drowning. Her death was officially ruled a homicide. The timeline grew tighter. She had sounded fine at 6:30 p.m., but by 10 p.m., when Luciano called 911, she was already gone. Still, the biggest questions remained. Where did the drowning happen? And what could possibly have driven a father to this point? A witness sighting would bring new chills to the investigation. A Ticonderoga woman reported a strange scene that night. A tall, skinny man running into the woods from a gray Toyota Prius. Was it Luciano? Was this where the tragedy occurred? Police began piecing together the trail, urging the public for dash cam or surveillance footage along I-87's exits 20 to 28. Then came another disturbing clue, a tablet found at a Lake George hotel. Containing photos resembling Melina, investigators seized it as evidence, hoping it might reveal what really happened between father and daughter in those final hours. And now, all eyes turn to the courthouse, where the truth may finally come to light. At a tense press briefing, New York State Police Chief Michael Drake addressed the tragedy. This is every parent's worst nightmare. Our hearts break for Melina. What happened to her is both senseless and devastating. We will pursue justice relentlessly, and we will not stop until every question surrounding her death is answered. His voice carried both grief and resolve, a promise that the investigation would leave no stone unturned.
On Saturday, July 19th, 2025, at approximately 10 o'clock p.m., Warren County 911 received a call from a man reporting his 9-year-old daughter missing with a possible abduction in the area of exit 22 of I-87 Northway in Lake George. The child was identified as Melina Frattolin, age 9, and the caller as her father, Luciano Frattolin, age 45. The New York State Police and Warren County Sheriff's Office immediately responded to the area of exit 22 of the Northway and initiated investigation in an attempt to locate Melina. On Sunday, July 20th, a search detail comprised of officers from multiple agencies conducted an organized search in the town of Ticonderoga, New York. In an area Mr. Frattolin was suspected of having visited. During that search detail, at approximately 10:50, members of the New York State Police Forest Rangers located Melina deceased in the shallow portion of a pond. This investigation has revealed that on July 11th, 2025, Mr. Frattolin and Melina, both residents of Montreal, Quebec, legally entered the United States for the purpose of a vacation.
Instead of the scheduled court hearing on July 25th, 2025, prosecutors advanced the case straight to a grand jury. Luciano Frattolin remains behind bars, still facing charges of second-degree murder and concealment of a human corpse, and he has entered a plea of not guilty. The grand jury is now reviewing the evidence, including the chilling timeline, witness reports, and forensic findings, to decide whether to formally indict him. Until that decision is announced, Melina's family and the community wait, searching for justice and answers